So make yourself comfortable in corpse pose. Just feel the whole back body releasing into the mat. Start to become aware of your breath. Now breathing in and out through the nose. So feel the breath coming in through the nose and right into the belly. The belly is soft, so it rises as we inhale and softens as we exhale. Allow the breath to become really slow and measured. So just let it come and let it go. So feeling the inhale, filling your belly, filling your lungs, and then feeling that natural softening as we exhale. Breathing deeply and evenly. And as we breathe, naturally our focus, our mind's focal point shifts from all that is external as we draw the senses inward, pratyahara. As we soften into our mat, just start to slightly constrict the back of the throat. So for yourself, you can hear your own breath coming in and leaving the body. So just like the waves of the ocean coming into shore naturally and receding. Feel how the muscles in the face, the shoulders, the chest and the belly soften as we breathe. And then feel the arms and legs heavy. So you can really surrender into the mat. The more we can release all those connective tissues, soften all the little muscles, tendons, ligaments right now, the more we'll be able to receive the practice today and allow it to set us up to reconnect with our own body, mind and emotions and allow in a sense of spaciousness and freedom. So continue with that the subtle Ujjayi Pranayama, oceanic breath. Soft lips, soft eyes, soft shoulders. Now when you're ready, bring a little movement to the fingers and toes. And then maybe give yourself a nice big stretch, just if it feels natural. Just like that little bit of natural yoga that we do when we wake up. And when you're ready, let's bring just the right knee into the chest and give a nice big hug. Then maybe take that knee across the midline and back a little bit. Just feel into the hip. And then just holding onto the shin, we'll point and flex the foot. So point the toes and bring the toes in. And then circle the ankle in one direction. And then in the other direction. And now we'll straighten that right leg and bring the left knee into the chest and give it a nice big hug. Maybe a little bit of a side to side action, just feeling into the hip. And now we'll point and flex the foot. Just feel into the ankle, feel that connection of the foot and the ankle to the calves and the shins. And then circle in one direction. All the while softly breathing and then circle in the other direction. Let's extend that left leg, straighten the leg and stretch the whole body again. And then bring the arms around. We bring both knees into the chest and just rock the knees from side to side. So feeling into the lower back. and then a circle in one direction, but bring it all the way in and then press the knees away, so really pull it in, and then a nice big circle just in the one direction. And now reverse, taking it in the other direction, so giving ourselves a little back massage from the tailbone through the side waist, the lower ribs. And then coming to the center, a little rock side to side, and then a happy baby. So holding on to either the thighs, the calves, or the feet together or apart. We'll get a little stretch into the groins, the inner thighs, a little opening of the hips just to get us started. And now you might not be able to take the legs all the way across, but just see how you go. So maybe just crossing the ankles, or take the right leg on top and then bring the ankles in toward the hips and just hold. And then either just the ankles or the knees cross the other way and bring it in, so you can feel that into the outer hips. And then let's bring the knees together, like one little squeeze, and then we'll take the knees over to the right, arms out to the side. And so a little rotation. If you feel warm enough, bring the right shoulder out a little bit and turn the head to the left. And then maybe rest that right hand above the thigh. We bring the knees up and over to the other side. Again, if it feels good, bring the left shoulder out a little bit, turn the head to the right, and lengthen through that top thigh bone, out of the hip to the knee. Let's come back to the center. We'll either roll to the side or rock up. And we'll rock all the way over to all fours. So coming to the hands and knees, align the wrists with the shoulders, the knees with the hips, and just looking over one shoulder and then the other. Little side to side action. Just keep going for a couple. I'll take my socks off. And then let's take our cat and cow. So when you're ready, look up, take a deep breath in, and then look to the belly and exhale. And as we look up, bring the shoulder blades together, lift the tail. As we look to the belly, separate the shoulder blades, press into the palms and tuck the tail. So just in your own time, inhale as we look up and exhale as we look to the belly. Really deep breaths. We can engage that oceanic breath again as we do this, really nice and smooth and flowing. Just one more time. And just another little looking over the shoulder action side to side. We start to loosen the shoulders a little bit. So take your right arm up, take a deep breath in. Exhale, thread through. I'm going to take that twice more. So take your time, unthread, reach up, inhale. Exhale, thread through a little bit further each time. One more time, inhale, really open. Stretch out through the fingertips and then reach through as far as you can. And either take that right cheek to the mat, or if you've got a pillow, you can place it on a pillow. And then press into the left hand. So we get a really nice rotation. We'll get a stretch through the shoulder. So starting with that loosening action for the upper body. And now if it feels okay, take your left arm up. Inhale. And then exhale, wrap the hand behind the hips and take the top shoulder blade onto the back. Inhale, reach the left arm up again. Exhale, bring the hand back down. Unthread the right arm, reach up. Inhale and exhale down. Let's take that to the other side. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, left under the right. Unthread, so you know what to do now. Just 3 times in your own time with nice big breaths. After 3, reach as far as you can, cheek to the mat. And then press into that right hand so we get a nice rotation along the spine. And then if it feels okay, we'll take that right arm up, inhale, exhale, wrap the hand behind the hips, bring the top shoulder blade onto the back. Deep breath, soft belly, and then reach the top arm up, inhale. Exhale, hand comes down, unthread the left arm, reach it up, inhale, and exhale, come down. Now we're going to slide the right arm forward, bend through the left elbow, and turn the head to face toward your left. So we get into the front of the shoulder, and then slide back, and we'll just take it to the other side. And sliding back, we'll tuck the toes and press back to downward dog. We'll walk the dog in your own time and any which way you like. So you might want to bring the knee across the midline a little bit, feel into the ankles, feel into the calves, the feet. And then feet hip distance apart, we'll come up on the toes, inhale. And exhale, press the heels toward the mat. Knees soft and let the crown of the head just hang down. So I'm just having a little look. Beautiful. So light through the wrists, a little gap under the palms of the hands. Keep lifting the sitting bones up to the sky and drop the crown of the head down. That's lovely. One more deep breath. Take your time now, walk the hands back toward the feet and we'll just hang down. Allow the crown of the head to hang down. Now we can just hold on to the shins if you need to, otherwise if you can, take hold of opposite elbows. Let the crown of the head hang down and just pull the arms down toward the mat. So we feel a lovely traction along the spine, the shoulders again. Keeping the knees soft, keeping the hamstring attachment safe, just creating some space. Option to take hold of the wrists, the hands behind the legs. Releasing option now. I will take the left hand to the outside of the right leg, maybe taking that right hand behind the back. And then over to the other side. So just take it where your body will. And then gently release. We're going to walk the hands all the way out to plank. Option to drop the knees, or if you can, straight line from the heels to the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, press back to downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, come to plank, so a little ripple through. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, hold, and this time, exhale, flex the elbows, drop the knees, chin and chest, and take a little baby back bend, baby cobra. Inhale. And then exhale through child's pose to downward dog, or feel free to rest in child's pose for 3 breaths. So now let's focus on pressing into the index finger and bringing the outer triceps and the armpits inward. And now really pressing through the palms, lifting the sitting bones so we feel light as the hips reach upward. Now lifting the inner arches. Last exhale, at the end of the exhale, let's flex the knees. So we take a little hinge back and then just step the right foot forward between the hands. Option to drop the left knee and then we'll come up. So back knee down or up and we'll come to a lunge. Reach the arms up or in prayer at the heart center. But drop through the hip at the back. Align the front knee, ankle, second toe. So focusing on a beautiful posture. Drop through the hip, press into the heel at the back, keeping the knees safe. So So we're here for 5 breaths. Stay strong. Relax the shoulders, soften the face, and this time engage through the core. So pulling in and up on the pelvic floor for 1 more deep breath. Let's take a little back bend. Inhale. Exhale, open the arms. So you're going to take your left arm, reach forward. So we're rotating toward the right. And then either hands in prayer, elbow down or just the hand down. And we take a little twist. So twisting toward your right. Keep dropping through the hips. Just 3 breaths here. Let's bring the hands down to frame the foot in front and step back, downward dog. Nice deep breath in. At the end of the exhale, let's flex the knees, hinge the hips back and step the left foot between the hands. We're just changing sides. Again, option to drop the knee at the back. Let's come up. So hands can just be in prayer at the heart center. Keep dropping through the hip. Now you know what to do. Just having a little look. That's it. Hands in prayer at the heart center is perfectly fine. Otherwise, relax the shoulders, soften the face. Nice alignment, Sarah, tips. Beautiful soft face. So we got 2 more deep breaths. Eye gaze can be forward or up, but immerse yourself in the strength of the posture. 1 more deep breath. Keep sinking through the thigh in front and our little back bend. Inhale. Exhale, open the arms as we rotate toward your left. And again, just the hand or the elbow as we take our twist. Look up if you can. Keep dropping through the hips at the back. Keep lengthening through the spine and the neck and draw the shoulders away from the ears. Just 3 breaths here. Keep sinking through the thigh in front. And then let's frame the foot in front and we'll step back, downward dog. Deep breaths, 3 breaths. Keep lifting the sitting bones, knees can be soft. Keep reaching the heels toward the mat and the tops of the feet to the shins. At the end of the next exhale, let's flex the knees, lift the hips, or float between the hands. We'll inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold. Coming all the way up, nice and slowly, take a deep breath in, reach the arms up and back, and then exhale, hands to prayer. Let's just stay in our mountain prayer for a few breaths. Close the eyes, relax the shoulders. Just feel yourself really solid in this posture. Feel the legs planted to the mat as if planted to the earth. So you are solid. And then feel the length of the torso, the spine, the neck, the head reaching up to the sky. You are light and free. Surya Namaskar. When you're ready, let's sweep the arms down and up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Hands to the shins or to the mat. Tuck the chin. Then inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, step or float back to plank. And hold as we inhale. Knees can be down. Exhale, flex the elbows straight back. Knees, chin, chest. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, child's pose or downward dog, another 3 breaths. Now let's focus on pulling the kneecaps up a little bit and pull the back of the sitting bones down towards the back of the knees. So we're really solid in our legs, even though the knees can be soft. Deep breaths. One more deep breath. At the end of the exhale, let's flex the knees, lift the hips, and step or float between the hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, and exhale, hands to prayer. Okay, lovely everybody, let's take our Surya Namaskar B. When you're ready, sweep the earth, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, sink to yogi chair. Let's take our little twists again. So inhale, little back bend, and exhale, twist to the right. Sweep the earth all the way up and back. Inhale, exhale, twist to the left. Sweep the earth all the way up and back, and exhale, and wash it or fold forward. Let the crown of the head drop down. Then inhale, lengthen the spine, or exhale, step or float back to plank. Inhale, hold. Exhale, dip. Inhale, upward dog, or any option, and exhale, downward dog. Bring your left heel in and step the right foot between the hands. And we'll come to our warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Okay, so again, hands at the chest or reaching up is perfect. Relax the toes, sink through that front thigh, align knee, second toe, and then pull in and up on the pelvic floor as we rotate the ribs forward and align the back hip, knee and ankle. You can take a little mudra if you like, if you've got the arms up. And then feel the beautiful strength of the posture. Smile. Keep sinking down, being strong, centered. 2 more deep breaths. Stay strong, stay committed. And 1. Next inhale, take a little back bend. Exhale, sweep through. We'll come to humble warrior. So drop the upper body on the inside of the thigh, arms overhead. Now let's just frame the foot in front. Step back to plank. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, dip. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Bring the right heel in, step the left foot between the hands, and we'll come to our warrior one. So you can take a different option with the arms if you like, you choose. Relax the shoulders now and soften the face. It's beautiful. So we're still in warrior one, Maria? Warrior one on the other side. So yeah, so we're facing forward, front knee facing forward, back toe slightly in. Yes, you know it, warrior one. Beautiful. So left leg's in front, warrior one. 2 more deep breaths. And now a little back bend, inhale, and exhale, humble warrior. Slowly bring the hands down to frame the foot in front. We'll step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, dip. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Just a couple deep breaths. Start to mirror you now. So when you're ready, inhale and swing the left leg up. And exhale, step that left foot between the hands. And we're going to turn to face the side. So coming to triangle pose. The back toes angled slightly in. And we pull in and up on the pelvic floor. Shoulders down, send the hips back. Front arm reaches forward as far as you can. And then reaching up and reaching down. So if it's possible, not too much pressure on the bottom hand. If you can, just reaching down, reaching up. So just if you can, Rotate from the navel center, reaching up through the fingertips, down through the legs and the bottom fingertips, and then long through the crown of the head and the spine. Beautiful posture, really strong and open. Keep lengthening through the spine, the neck, the head. Let's take that top arm and reach it forward all the way around and onto the hip, and then we're going to flex the knee in front and then come to half moon pose, a balancing pose. So if you need to, you can take both hands down to the mat. If you can, we take our balance. And if you can, the top arm reaches up. You can look up if it's within range for you. Keep lifting the leg at the back and turn the toes and the knees to face the side. If you like, you can grab hold of that top ankle for a progression. One more deep breath. And then let's flex the supporting knee and soft as a feather step down. We're coming to the center now, coming to goddess pose. So flex the knees out in line with the toes. Again, pulling in and up on the pelvic floor, shoulders down. Let's close the eyes and just feel the strength of your legs. Deep breaths. Ujjayi breaths. When you're ready, let's reach the arms up, inhale. You know it, exhale, palms behind the head if you can. And then inhale, reach up, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the knees. Prayer in front of the heart. Again, inhale up. Exhale back and down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then it's just hold. Take the hands all the way down. Fingertips back, hands above the knees. We'll drop your right shoulder. Look over the left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, come to the center. And inhale and then exhale down, come back to the center. Alright, beautiful. All we're going to do now is swivel around to the other side. So you'll have your right leg in front, arms out to the side, preparing for Trikonasana, triangle. So when you're ready, knees are soft, quadriceps engaged, send the hips back, reach the front arm forward as far as you can, reaching down, reaching up and reaching long through the spine. Just have a quick look. Hi, Carolyn. Beautiful. If you can, reach a little bit lower, but keep that and keep the whole torso open. So rotate from the navel center. So not dumping down at all. Beautiful. Energy down, energy up. Nice, Sarah. Nice, Maria. One more deep breath. Slowly take that top arm forward and then down. And then onto the hip, flex the knee in front, and we'll come to half moon Ardha. So you choose if you need to have both hands down or use your block, that's perfectly fine. If you can, the top arm goes up. If you can, look up. Flex the foot at the back and turn the toes and the knee to face the side. And if you like, if you can, take hold of the ankle at the back. One more deep breath, really strong. And then we'll extend, flex the knee in front and softly step down. Come to face the front or the side, whichever for you. Knees soft, take a deep breath in, turn the toes in slightly. And then we'll exhale and we'll fold forward. So the legs are quite wide. And we bring the hands directly under the shoulders as we did in our previous practices. And now just shift your hips side to side a little bit. So feel into the hips, feel into the groins. Now the wrists are directly underneath the shoulders. And we pull the hands back toward the feet. So we're really solid. Feel into the feet, feel into the hands. And now we'll bring the right hand to the center of the mat and take the left arm up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come back to the center. Inhale, other side. Exhale down to the center. And now we can either stay here or walk the hands underneath the legs, reaching the crown of the head toward the mat. So really feeling into the hamstrings, but reach the, once again, the sitting bones toward the backs of the knees. And just let your head hang. Feel the lengthening of the whole back body, including your spine and neck and head. If the head's a long way from the mat, maybe just widen the feet a little bit, or vice versa. So we want to see if you've got a block, maybe place it under the crown of the head. Just feel that lovely connection. Otherwise, just feel the lovely flow of blood through the head and the heart. And allow this posture to instill with you that sense of stillness and connection. Beautiful sense of contentment. When you're ready, just come halfway up. And we'll take the left hand to the outside of the right leg. Anywhere is fine. And then reach the right arm up. Take a deep breath in. And exhale over to the other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, coming down. We'll flex the knees ever so slightly, turn the toes out a little bit, bring the hands above the knees, and we'll come up. Let's step to the center or the front of the mat, just facing forward. Okay, so facing the front, facing the screen. We'll close the eyes and just stay in our Samastitihi mountain prayer for a couple of breaths. Feel the energy in your body. Feel the flow of breath. Deep Ujjayi breaths. Just one more deep breath. Now from the top of the mat, we'll take a deep breath in and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, step your left foot back. And now we're going to come up and place the foot at an angle. So we've got the front foot facing forward, the back foot slightly angled, and it's either heel to heel or wider. We're preparing for our pyramid pose. So take a deep breath in, turn the chest forward, and then exhale, either hands on the hips, or we can take hold of opposite elbows or take a reverse press. So you choose whichever works for you. Take a little back bend, inhale, and then exhale, reach the spine forward. Now front knee soft. You want to keep it safe. And keep lengthening through the spine, shoulders away from the ears. Now this might be enough, and you just stay here very carefully, gentle as an intense stretch, or if you can, fold forward. One more deep breath, and then slowly come up. Release the hands and place the hands on the hips. Take your left arm, reach it up. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, reach forward. And we're going to place that hand either on the inside or the outside for more of the foot. And we're going to come to our reverse triangle. So you can use a block, you can hold on to the shin. So reach the spine forward, turn your chest to the right, and then reach that right arm up. Just doing a mirroring action. Revolved triangle, so Pavrita Trikonasana. Just 3 breaths, hold on, keep reaching through the spine, rotating from the navel center, and then slowly come down. And we'll just walk our hands over to the other side, take a little bend, and then come up. So we're preparing now for our pyramid pose on the other side. So make sure you're nice and stable, front toes forward, back toes slightly angled, navel facing forward, chest forward, inhale, reach up, exhale, hands, hips, elbows, or reverse prayer. Reach the spine forward, really, really long. Send the front hip backwards. Let's just establish that first. So really send the front hip backwards, knees are soft. And this might be enough, which is perfect, or fold forward. So either way is perfect. Just find that length in the spine. Beautiful. Nice, everybody. Deep breaths. Allow the head to relax if you're folding forward. So relax through the neck. Last deep breath. And then slowly come up all the way. Place the hands on the hips. We'll take your right arm, reach it up. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward. And then that hand comes on the inside or the outside of the foot if you can for our revolved triangle. Remember, you can use your block or an object under the bottom hand. Most importantly, create length through the spine, the neck and the head, and send the front hip backwards. Last deep breath. And then bring that top hand down, flex the knee in front. We're simply going to step back to child's pose. Swivel around if you want, if you need to, and you can take any child's pose you want. So knees wide or narrow. And just take a few deep breaths. So quite strong postures. Just allow the practice so far to center and to settle into your body. Let's take one more deep breath in our child's pose. And then when you're ready, slide the hands in a little, bring the knees together. If they're not, we'll press the heels back to downward dog. And then send your right leg up to the sky. So not mirroring now. And then flex the knee. So we've got our bent knee at the top, the knee turning out to the side and up to the sky. Three-legged dog with a bent knee. So just if you want, we can flip the dog. So shift the body weight above the wrists. Place the top foot down on the mat and take a little back bend. That's all we're going to do today. And then bring the hand back down. Extend that right leg back up. And then bring the knee to meet the wrist. So we come into pigeon. So a little cushion or block under the front thigh is an option. Or bending the back knee. So we got your right leg in front. First, let's just sit up nice and tall. So adjust however you need to. Remember, it's your practice. And then if you feel that you're ready, first take your left arm forward. So we make sure that we've got a beautiful little bit of twist happening there. And then we'll come down. Relax on your block, on your cushion, or on your arms. So this should feel like a nice opening in the front outer hip, also the lower back. Deep breaths. Now remember, just staying where you are is perfect. If you'd like to take a little bit further from the hands with your right leg in front, the left hand to the left ankle for a little quadriceps stretch, or we can take a quadriceps stretch straight back, or we can take a bind. So variation of a king pigeon. So you choose. Just staying in your pigeon is perfect. Deep breaths. And now gently release onto the hands from wherever you are. And we'll take that back leg, that left leg, and just swing it around. We're going to take a little twist. Your right leg can be straight or bent. So taking our little twist, so left knee is up, left hand behind, right arm reaches up, inhale, and exhale, we twist. Shoulders down. If you like, you can take the elbow on the outside of the knee. If you like, you can take a bind. So just work with your body. See what you need, looking over the back shoulder. One more deep breath. Enjoy that rotation. Hollow the belly, narrow the waist, rotate gently, and then release. So from here, we'll come to our hip stretch. So we got the left leg on top, knee on top of knee, fire logs or soles of the feet together. So left leg is on top, and we'll take the right arm up. Either take a tricep stretch or use a towel between the hands or a strap for Gomukhasana, flexing the feet, cow face pose. Now bring the ribs in, so we're tall through the spine. Nice deep breaths. If you can, press that top arm away with your head, so pressing it backwards. We get a nice stretch of the shoulders and the triceps. And then if you want, we can fold forward, just see how you feel. One more deep breath in a friendly cow face pose. And then slowly come up. Release the arms if you've used them. And then take your top leg, so your left leg, and take a deer pose. So your left leg is back, right leg is forward. We'll place the right hand next to the right thigh, and we'll take the left arm up. And then if you like, onto the knees, little back bend. And then slowly come down. We'll cross the feet and we'll press back to downward dog. Just a few breaths. So enjoy these few breaths to reconnect with your body, your mind, your emotions right now. Feel the solidity, feel the sense of serenity that's coming into your personal space. Last deep breath. And then let's send the left leg up to the sky and we'll bend that knee. So once again, we've got our three-legged dog with a bent knee. Keep lifting that left knee out to the left and up to the sky. Press into the left palm and then let the crown of the head just drop down. You can stay here or just a little flip of the dog. Shift the shoulders above the wrists before we flip, placing that top toe down. Lift the hips and send the top arm backward, little back bend, strong out of the supporting shoulder. And then we'll flip back down, so hand comes down, leg goes up, inhale, And exhale, we meet in pigeon. So left knee to left wrist. Again, a little cushion under the left thigh, or we can bend the knee at the back. So make sure you're comfy. And then the right arm comes forward first. You can have a cushion or a block under the arms, and then relax and soften. Now we have our left leg in front. And nice deep breaths. So please feel free at any point to make little adjustments. Make this your practice, which it is. Just immerse yourself in it. So now remembering to stay in your pigeon exactly like this, just folding in on yourself is perfect. If you'd like more, from the hands, the right hand to the right ankle, or quadricep stretch to the side, or we can take a bind or a half bind. Shoulders down. If you're taking your King Pigeon variation, one more deep breath. Enjoy the release in the hip or the hips, and then gently release from wherever you are onto the hands. That back leg, that right leg will swing around and we come into a little twist. So the bottom leg can be straight or bent. We'll take that right hand behind the back as a second spine. Left arm reaches up, inhale. And exhale, twist. Looking over the back shoulder. So just here is perfect, or we can have the elbow, or we can take a bind. So you choose. Soft eyes, soft jaw. Shoulders down, and then we hollow that belly, we narrow that waist, and we gently rotate as we lift upward. As always, the little angels got you like a little corkscrew, very gently turning, not to break, but just to cleanse, like giving ourselves a little wash. Last deep breath. And now gently release, and we come into our hip stretch, like our face pose. So either knee on top of knee, again just cross-legged is fine, or firelocks, or soles of the feet together. So this time you've got your right leg on top, the left arm goes up, and either tricep stretch, or we can have a towel or strap between the hands. Pull the ribs in, lengthen through the spine, flex the feet, and nice deep breaths. Good, just work with your body, that's good, Debs. Nice, Vivian, if you can, we take the top elbow back a little bit, that's it. And then just if you like, folding forward. That's nice, Carolyn. Just folding forward if it feels good. Otherwise, staying up, hands in front of you on the floor is perfect too. We should feel a really nice release in the hips. And perhaps if you're folding forward, also the lower back. If you are using the arms, feeling that release in the shoulders, the triceps. Last deep breath. And then let's gently release and come up. And we'll all bring the soles of the feet together, this time coming to butterfly, so the feet coming in nice and close. Doesn't matter how high the knees are. You can also have a block or a cushion under each knee. But see if we can open the feet like a book. So we get our external rotation at the hips, as always. And then first find the length in the spine, ribs in, belly is soft now. Let's just be like a little butterfly. Soft face, eyes closed, deep breaths. Let's just stay quietly in our butterfly posture and imagine that you're next to a little pond in the forest and you are part of this space. All the little butterflies. It's completely tranquil. Just a warm little sun. It's not hot. It's a cool breeze. And this is you. Deep breaths. Let's take one more deep breath in our Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Maybe bring the torso forward a little bit if it feels good. And then gently come up, so a little challenge now. Prepare yourself for Navasana, boat pose. So we're going to lean back, keep the spine really straight, and then see how you go, extending the legs. And maybe the arms. So knees bent is fine, arms forward is fine, but if you can, a little challenge, Navasana. And then another little challenge, bend the knees, take hold of the heels, and we'll extend the legs. So long, tall spine, little balance, lifting, lifting, lifting up through the spine. Knees can be bent. And then let's flex the knees. Beautiful, everybody. Extend the legs forward. Paschimottanasana. Take a deep breath in. Feel free to sit on a cushion and then exhale, reach forward. You can use your strap around the soles of the feet, so feel free to grab your towel strap or just hold on to the legs anywhere. Reach the spine long as you can and then fold forward. So once you've found the length in the sacrum, so imagine that little angel hand pressing through the sacrum, just allow the whole body to round down. So we should feel a nice release through the backs of the legs, the calves, the hamstrings, the lower, middle, upper back, neck, and then the shoulders. So just one more deep breath. We've done quite a bit for the back body already in terms of lengthening, and then just gently release. And we're going to use our core strength to come down. So we're in the center of the mat, arms forward. I'm not going to take too long with this, so just round through the lower back and slowly bring the spine down onto the mat. We'll bring the hands next to the hips. Now take bridge pose, so bring the feet hip distance apart, heels underneath the knees. Now you can place a block under the sacrum and just hang out there, or tuck the tail and slowly peel the spine off the mat, vertebra by vertebra. Then bring the shoulder blades together. You might want to hold on to your heels, see how you go. And then if you can, bring the shoulder blades together, bring the hands together. And then press through the big toes, press through the heels, lift the hips. Now become aware of any pressure or tension in your neck and just let that go. So the body weight will be on the triceps, the shoulders, the heels, the feet. So pressing into the big toe, keep lifting. So the knees travel forward. Beautiful back bend, and then release the hands, release the shoulders, and slowly release the spine. Now if you're ready to relax, you can. Or we can take one more bridge, or we can take full wheel. So just, if you like the challenge, very gently, carefully, fingertips to the shoulders, crown of the head very lightly to the mat, and then pressing up, maybe bring the feet a little closer to the hands, tuck the tailbone under. And then if you are taking your full wheel, maybe flex the elbows and extend them. And then either from our bridge or our wheel, we'll slowly come down. So if you're in wheel, tuck the chin, bring the back of the head down, and then slowly bring the spine down. And now before we take any release of the lower back, let's just stay neutral. Take the feet as wide as the mat, bring the knees together. So feet wide, knees together, arms out. Just a couple deep breaths. Let's feel that back body on the mat. And then let's drop both legs over to the right, over to your right. Both shoulder blades are on the mat, so bring the right shoulder out a little bit. Maybe that right ankle above the left knee. And now lengthen that thigh bone out of the hip socket. Lengthen through the knee and feel the stretch in the psoas, the hip flexor. Releasing, and now let's take it to the other side. So both knees over to the left. Maybe bring the left shoulder out a little bit. An option to bring the left foot above the right knee, reaching long out of the right thigh bone from the hip to the knee. Beautiful space that we're creating in the hips, and then come back to the center. And now we'll bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice big hug, a little massage, not just one way, then the other way. A little massage, and then our happy baby stretch once again. You choose how you'd like to take it. And if you'd like to move it or just hold it. Now, option to extend one leg a little bit or a lot, and then the other leg. And then maybe both legs, doesn't matter how far. And now let's bring the legs together and flex the knees. Option, just knees stacked one on top of the other to the right. So dropping the knees to the right, or left leg on top, or wrap the leg. So you choose. Shift the hips to the left and drop the knees to the right. Look over to the left. One more deep breath. And now gently release. And again, just the knees over to the left, perfect. Just shift the hips to the right, or right leg crosses on top. Maybe wrapping and then taking it over. Gently release when you're ready, and we'll come to corpse pose. Maybe take a little hug in first. So I've remembered about our little neck stretches. We'll take those right at the end, but for now let's come to corpse pose and just allow your whole body to soften into the mat. So any corpse pose that suits you, you can have your soles of the feet together. I'm just going to take 3 minutes here, but make it an immersion. So really feel your whole body sink through the mat. Feel the breath coming in, gently filling, the belly rises, the lungs fill, and then the belly softens, the breath leaves the body. Now as we breathe, just start to lengthen the breath, so longer inhale, pause at the end of the inhale, retain the breath, and then a slow exhale, and then pause at the end of the exhale. So we release every last drop of breath. And we'll continue with these slow breaths. Feel how the slow breaths invite a sense of calm and release through the whole body-mind. Imagine diving deep into your own sense of peace. Wherever you are in your breath, exhale every last drop. We'll be inhaling for 5 counts. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Retain. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe gently and then bring a little movement to the fingers and the toes. Maybe give yourself a little stretch, and then when you're ready, bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze and then either roll to the side or rock up and come to any comfortable seat. So make sure you're comfortable, you don't have to be cross-legged. And just take a couple of little stretches for the neck. So when you're ready, take a deep breath in, reach the arms up, and then exhale, interlace the fingers behind the head, tuck the chin into the chest, elbows together. Inhale, open the elbows, look up, and then exhale over to your right. So just bring the top elbow across and down. Inhale, look up, and exhale over to the other side. Inhale up, reach the arms up, and then exhale, open the arms. And now we'll take a little shoulder roll up and back. So forward, up, back and down, forward, up, back and down. Just one more time. And then reach out with your left hand and take the ear, opposite ear to the shoulder. So we've got to stretch through the side of the neck. And then over to the other side. And then just a little roll side to side with the head. If your neck's okay, you can take it a little bit wider. Maybe take the whole body with you. One direction and then the other. We'll come back to the center when you're ready. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, we bring the hands to prayer at the heart center. And then bring the thumbs to the symbolic third eye in the center of the forehead. We'll just stay here for a moment. Imagine that deeper intuition and the inner wisdom. Imagine that eye opening and being very peaceful and content in knowing the path. Take a deep breath in and then exhale. We bow forward with gratitude. Namaste. Thank you very much, yogis. When you're ready, if you'd like to unmute yourself, I'd like to say happy weekend. So